We crossed the line. This is a true story, although the names of the characters have been changed to maintain anonymity. So meet Laddie, is the president of the campus fellowship, and Maria, who is the lead usher and the residence hall pastor of the same fellowship. Now, this is where the story begins. So Laddie and Maria got engaged about 2 years ago. Engaged here meaning they started courtship, not that they have committed to eventually getting married, but they have started a relationship with the intent of ultimately leading to a formal engagement and ultimately marriage. They both loved the Lord and they were leaders within their campus Christian fellowship. Laddie was the president and Maria was the head usher. At the inception of their courtship, they both sat down and set boundaries, which they believed would assist them with exercising restraints when it comes to sexual temptations. They vowed, they vowed before God to keep themselves pure until marriage. As times went on, Maria's friends began to make fun of her. Began to jest at her. They told her that she and Laddie were outdated and were trying to exhibit a holier than thou attitude, a self righteous attitude. Maria felt bad about her friends' comments and wanted to be like her friends and began to encourage Laddie to hug her and make her feel like a woman. At first, Laddie resisted being the leader of the fellowship who has a reputation to protect and also who loves the Lord and knows that sexual relationships are to be guarded against in the period of courtship. But as time went on, he decided to follow along for the sake of peace. From hugging, they began brief pecking and so on, and all of this seemed harmless. On a particular occasion, Laddie visited Maria in her room and met her sobbing. She had just lost an uncle who was very dear to her. He tried his best to console her to no avail. He then decided to move near her bed, made her sit down on the bed while holding her close to himself in order to give her a consolation hug. At this point, Maria decided also to hold him. So they're both crying together for Maria's loss. And with good intentions, Laddie is trying to console Maria. But as this continued, they were lost in each other's arms. And things seemed to happen very fast, as one thing led to another. According to Laddie, that was all I remembered. When I came to my senses, we were both naked on the bed. We had crossed the line of honor. Even though they both loved the Lord and sincerely wanted to keep themselves pure, the line was crossed. So here are some additional questions for group discussion. First, read the assigned chapter and discuss the identity of the people in this story. What can you deduce about them? Who they were, and what do you know about them, or what would you like to know more about them in order to help them? Discuss the setting, the place, the timeline, the social setting in the story. The story is titled We Cross the Line. Who is we? And what is this boundary? What is this line? If you were Laddie or Maria, what could you have done differently at the points of petting in the story? When you read the book, you would see the different steps, different stages of petting that the author described. And for this particular question, it is suggested that the men can discuss this question from Maria's perspective. What could she or should she have done differently to prevent them from crossing the line of honor? And let the women as well discuss what Laddie could have done differently. Number five, can the people here be redeemed? That is, can they still be saved and make heaven? Can their relationship be redeemed? Can this relationship be healed and still continue to formal engagement and marriage? And what will they need to do if that is the case? Thank you. We look forward to discussing with you on the reading club.